See him a beast when you hear that sound like yeah, beat on the beat when you hear that sound like woo. Yeah, bitch on the champ, only me one round like yeah, me, I'm a G right here.
Fighting at AFL #1 on December 10th. That's next weekend. Everybody's favorite dude from Twitter, everybody's favorite heavyweight, certainly my favorite at least, Trevor Novelo. What's up,
Hello.
my guy?
How's it going, brother? How are you? It's been a while.
Dude, it's been a bit. I think it's been since like September when you had your last fight scheduled, or one of your last fights scheduled. People have been pulling out on you left and right.
I think it's been longer. It might have been since like August, something like that.
It might have been August, yeah.
It's been a long time.
Well, regardless, man, nice to see you again. What the hell have you been up to? I think you've had like 3 or 4 opponents pull out since then.
Yeah, 3 or 4 opponents, 2 or 3 Twitter accounts since then. I'm just, cycling through them. It's all right,
Well, I noticed for the first time ever you're at Trevor Novelo rather than like at something
finally
funny. So welcome to the official game.
I've been on Twitter since like 2014, and this is the first time I thought to use my actual name. So it's nice. It's nice that I haven't ruined that account yet. It's
Not
good.
Yet. Well, you may as well, because I'm going to be saying your actual name anyways. Big fight coming up December 10th. Trevor Novelo going to go in. Before we talk about the fight, let me just ask, man, like, how are you feeling a week out? Are you excited? You ready to go? You nervous?
Man, I feel really good. The last camp, it was hard because a lot of that camp was focused on weight loss.
Sure.
It was a lot of that camp was, I started camp at like 318, I think, 320, and I had to get down to 265 in a couple of months. So, most of that camp was just really heavily focused on that weight loss. But I mean, this one, I've gotten to focus on sharpening my skills. I've gotten to focus on, learning new stuff, because, I'm always a student of the game, and I'm still very new in striking. People see the bag videos I post on Twitter and they think that, I'm not that I'm a good striker, but that, that's all I do. But
you got good bag videos.
What'd you say?
I said you got good bag videos.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Bags don't hit back though.
True.
But it's, but really my bread and butter is wrestling. I've been doing that since I was 5, 4, something like that. So, the ground game is where I really thrive. But I've gotten to learn a lot of new striking stuff this camp. It's been great.
That's awesome, man. And one of the first things I was going to say is, I'm going to point to you here now because I'm not going to screw up the edit like last time where I have to go.
Gotcha.
You're going to be right here.
All right, sweet.
You look thin. You look cut, bro. You look great.
I appreciate that, man. I really I've been working hard. It's nice. My weight hasn't really changed, but I've been just through diet and different kinds of workouts, I've been kind of switching my my anatomy around. It's been less fat, more muscle, same weight, still sticking right at around 260, 255, which is kind of where I want to be. My cardio feels good.
You're a big guy as is. Like, I don't think if you got to be skin and bones, you'd still probably be over 200. Like, you're just a big human being.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I was in the military and I was a medic. So I did all my training in Southern Texas.
Okay.
In the summer. And so when I left training, I was the thinnest I had ever been as an adult, and I was 207, and it wasn't a good look. I was like grossly skinny because it's 115 degrees every day. You're in you have a backpack on and you got body armor and stuff. Mm-hmm. You couldn't keep up with the calories. But this is really the best I've ever felt as a fighter. I feel solid. I feel fast. I feel strong, powerful. My timing's down. I've been doing a lot of running, and I see that translate into the room. I mean, I just rounds after rounds after rounds. I can hit 10, 15 rounds in a sparring day if I want to, because the cardio just feels great. I just feel really, really good.
That's awesome, man. And that's a great tool to have, especially as a heavyweight, because most heavyweights do not have that cardio. So that's a great advantage you're going to have already. Are you still training at Guardian MMA?
Yeah. So I've actually taken over the head MMA coach job there.
Oh, yeah?
We last talked. Yeah. My coach went on to go open his own gym about a half an hour from here.
Okay.
So, now I'm running the MMA program. I teach kids classes, women's self-defense. I teach all sorts of stuff. It's been really good. And then, you know, when I really need to turn up the heat, I'll go up the road to my coach's new gym. And, you know, he has some real monsters in there that I get in there and scrap with. It's been good, man. It's been a really fun camp. I've been having a lot of fun traveling and, you know, just getting different looks.
So, and like you've been in camp now for a long time, because I'm sure this camp has been its own camp, but you know, you've had camp 1, pull out, camp 2, pull out, camp 3, blah, 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 blah. So what has that been like? Like,
man,
how much have you learned?
I'm so fucking ready to be done with camp. There are no words for how over I am eating chicken and rice every day and hitting 2-a-day workouts. And I'm done. I want a pizza, you know, but I mean, it's good. It's also good. You know, I really, I have found this, I don't know if you've seen it. It became like this big movement, but to sort of model yourself after the Greek myth of Sisyphus, who finds pleasure in suffering. And I've sort of been
David Goggins kind of. That
yes,
type, yes.
A very David Goggins, who's going to carry the boats. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I read David Goggins' book. It was really good, actually. I used to listen to it when I would put on my trash bags and run outside in 115 degrees. I would just have him in my ears. Don't fucking give up. You know, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. But like, yeah, so I've been really kind of letting myself suffer and feel the suffering and let that kind of sharpen my mind and toughen myself, because I've started to enjoy suffering, you know, and I think it's, you know, it sounds a little medieval, but you know, it's good. I really I like it. I think it's a good mindset to have, especially as a fighter. Dude, you know, when those waters get deep and it's getting hard to breathe, I think that's really when you have to go, you know, I fucking love this shit.
Well, I mean, that's like Joe Rogan is listening to this right now and like, oh,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
But no, like when your body, scientifically, when your body is suffering, specifically your brain, like when you're in the sauna and you're at that point where you're like, oh my God, I got to get out or I'm going to die. Every second you stay in after that, you're strengthening your mental power, you're strengthening everything in your body. So it's like same thing with any aspect of training. If you can enjoy that suffering, that's a rare trait to have, man. And you should be happy you have that, because that's so rare for me. It's like every couple random days, I'm like, oh, this feels great. But most of the time, you know, I hate everything about working out and training. And
it is a very new skill of mine. I will say that it's not something I've always had, but yeah, man, I've really been enjoying it. You know, when you get that perfect liver shot and you're like, oh, I'm not going to shit my pants. I won't do it. You know, you're like, I'm holding it in.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so Trevor, that made me laugh good. What do you think you have improved most in this camp since your last fight?
Man, I got to be honest. My ability to stand in the pocket and exchange with someone, and you know, be able to be in tight and hit and not get hit. That's been something I've really focused on. You know, when you look at a guy like Dustin Poirier, you know, his bread and butter is in that pocket where he can, you know, he can touch. And then, you know, those finishing instincts is another thing I've been working on. My last fight, I really felt, you know, that I could have won it had I had those finishing instincts, but those were missing. I didn't know what it looked like when I had an opponent hurt, and I didn't know what to do if I did. You know, it's just there's so much to the fight game that you have to learn that you don't even realize. You know, you watch it on TV and you're like, oh yeah, he hit him hard, so obviously now he's going to, you know, punch him a couple of times and it's going to be done. But having the ability to finish a fight is a skill set of it in itself, you know. So that's a big thing that I've been working on, is standing in the pocket, you know, getting my guard up, countering, and then finishing fights. That's been really important to me this camp, because that's, you know, I'm going out there to finish this guy. I'm going out there to put on a show and, you know, to drown him.
I love it, man. And that's definitely a good skill to have. You know, so many of us sit on the couch and scream at a fighter, why aren't you finishing? You're costing me money, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It is so hard to go in there and finish someone no matter how hurt they are. So for you to hone in on that skill, man, that's very great. And as I mentioned, December 10th, AFL 1 goes down. You're fighting somebody, me and you both, neither of us know his name. His last name is
No, we don't. No, we
Someone
don't.
haggard you're fighting.
Yeah.
What's the deal with this haggard guy? I mean, what do you know about him?
Well, I know the gym that he trains out of. He trains out of a place called Warriors Den, which is a bigger gym in this area. They produce some decent fighters. I
There's
mean,
some
the
UFC
last
guys there, I think.
yeah, the last couple of guys, they were training at gyms that I don't think were quite as reputable. But
Mhm.
this guy is coming out of a reputable gym, so I know he's going to be game. I know he's going to be ready to go, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to stand in the fire, and I'm ready to exchange with this guy because I know at the end of the day, my power, my skills, my timing, it's all going to hold up better than his, and I think it's going to be a quick night. So
I love that, dude.
yeah,
Absolutely love that. And I know, we don't know the guy's first name, so I'm sure you haven't necessarily seen tape on him.
mm-mm.
If you have, tell me a little bit about, well, you said no, you just didn't. So you haven't
No,
seen tape.
I haven't.
So if I ask you this, I can't say compare your styles, but knowing
Sure.
your style, what do you think you're going to bring to the table here? How do you think you're going to match up stylistically, not only against him, but against anybody in the heavyweight division?
Well, so here's the thing. I know a lot about his gym, and they have dudes they have brawlers. I've seen guys from their gym fight before, especially heavyweights. Those dudes come out to scrap, and they come out to scrap hard. So I think what I bring to the table is that I'll stand there right in front of you, but you're not going to touch me. You're gonna feel me come across your chin. You're gonna feel me come behind your ear over and pause. You don't. Never mind. You're gonna.
Was it a
You're gonna
kid?
feel me. You're gonna feel me touch. You're gonna feel me touch over and over again, and you're gonna be confused as to why you see my head sitting there, but you can't touch it. And I think that's where my skills are gonna lie. And then if you do find success on the feet, then I'll take you to the ground because that's really where I can make you suffer.
Right.
That's where I can put the pressure on you. That's where I can. I can put my hand over your mouth and nose. I can press your face into the back of the mat, and I can just crush you, batter you. And I think that's where that fight is going to end. Is I'm going to hurt him on the feet, and then I'm going to drag him to the ground, and I'm going to make him regret signing up to fight me, and then I'm going to finish him.
I'm a better.
Yeah.
I'm putting money on you. What round? What method do I put it on?
I'd say you go ahead and put it first round TKO. I think he's got a good chin on him, but I think he can be hurt. And once he's hurt, there's nothing he can do to stop me.
Love it, man. Love the confidence too. You're getting me excited to watch the fight. I was already excited as is. We'll get into that at the end where we can watch it. So if you're able to look past this fight at all, you get the big win. I know your future, you're not 100% sure. Last time we talked what you wanted it to be, you didn't necessarily know your career goals, so to speak. I know you're coach. I know you love coaching. I know that might be your passion. I know you also love fighting. So let me just ask you, what's next after this fight?
What's next after this is, I am getting on the ground floor of an up and coming promotion here. This is their first event, but they're going to have more to come. And, I see myself being their first heavyweight champion. I see myself holding on to that belt as long as I want to. And then, I don't know what the future holds. Maybe I'll have a big old stable of fighters and I'll go, that was fun. I enjoyed fighting, but now it's my time to be in the corner and to guide these guys. And maybe I'll go, I want to make the jump to pro. I want to really pursue this while I'm coaching. I haven't fully decided yet, but I do know that there will be more fights in the future, and there will be more highlights in the future. And I do know that big things are coming for sure.
Just don't get that IP address banned on Twitter, bro.
No, I can't do that. Yeah, that'd spell trouble for sure.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, man. So Trevor, I'm gonna change tune a little bit here. We've been having a good time, laughing, enjoying each other's company, talking fights. Changing that up for just one question. I don't need to tell you this. Fighting is not your full-time career. Obviously, you have a very busy life. You're a father. You have I don't know what you do for a living, but I'm sure you do that. You train. You're a busy man. And on top of that, like I said, you fight. Fighting is not an easy career, hobby, whatever you want to call it, however you consider it. It's very physically demanding, mentally demanding. You experience the highest of highs. You experienced the lowest of lows. You've lost yourself. You know how bad it can be. You know how bad some days at training camp can be. What I'm getting at is MMA is not easy. So let me just ask you, when things are rough, when you're doubting yourself, when you're not sure this is right for you, whatever it be, what keeps you inspired and like motivated to keep going, to keep succeeding?
Man, you look at if you look at all of human history, right? These throughout time and throughout every civilization, these stories of these great heroes and these great champions come up, and you have your Hercules, and you have your Spartans, and you have these you have your Odysseus, or your Odysseus, that was his name, right? From the
Odysseus,
Odyssey.
Odysseus. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I almost sounded smart for a minute there. But you have these stories come up of these legendary heroes, and there's always times where it seems like the world is against them. They are beaten down, they're battered, they're broken. You can even look in more recent times. Spider-Man is a great example of a modern hero who goes through the same thing. There's a chapter of Spider-Man where he is crushed underneath all of this rubble, and he has to look inside himself and say, why am I doing this? What am I? And time and time again, we see these great champions, these great heroes say, I am a hero. I am powerful. I am a champion, and a champion perseveres. And a hero sticks with it when it's at its hardest, because that's how you know that you're going the right direction, is because everything is going against you. And those are the days, or those are the people I think of on the hard days. Those are the stories I think of on the hard days, is the stories of these champions that were beaten and battered and torn down, and they found a way to rise back up and say, I am stronger than the darkness of this world. I am stronger than that. And yeah, that's it, man. The just humans, the human spirit is what inspires me.
I mean, you have it on your shirt right there. Champion.
That's true. I do. I got to represent.
I love it. Also Oedipus, right? Was that it? Oedipus?
Yes, Oedipus. Yes.
I pulled that out of my ass.
That's
dude.
pretty good.
I got you.
That's pretty good.
But no, man, I love that answer, and I think that's a great answer, especially like to set as a role model for your son, which is a good segue into my next question. I know this answer because I follow you on Twitter. I believe I asked you this before, but I'll just ask you a refresher anyways. When you're not Trevor the fighter, when you're not coaching, when you're not training, when you're not in the octagon, tell me about yourself. What do you do when you're not training and fighting, man? Like, what are your hobbies and interests? I know you have a family, son.
Yeah, well, I'm a dad first. So what that has looked like recently is I watch the Cars movie every single day. I have watched Cars 1 and Cars 3 every single day for the last 4 or 5 months, probably. I don't know what the obsession is. I don't get it. I am very much done with watching these films, but I'm gonna keep doing it because that's what a good dad would do. Yes, so that's a lot of what I've been doing lately. But I just I'm a dad, man. I don't know. I build stuff in the backyard. I fix stuff around the house. I just do dad things. I've been really getting back into musicals lately. That's been fun. I've been rediscovering my love for musicals. The wife and I went and saw Hadestown in Nashville recently for our anniversary. Incredible show. So that's been really fun too, is I've had this like rediscovery of my love for musicals. So that's been great, man. Yeah, I just I don't know, man. I fuck around. Just a vibe.
Fucking around and vibing, man. I love it.
Sure.
And hey, man, being a full-time father is, I'm not a father, but I may hopefully someday. But being a full-time father, not an easy job. So, hats off to you, good sir.
Go be a dad, man. It's super easy.
Just go.
It doesn't matter. Just go find someone. And
we want a little more money first, but
that's fair. That's fair. Somebody will always take care of your kids. It's cool. because they're cute.
Honey, you got to listen to this.
Yeah, exactly. They're cute. Somebody's gonna handle it. Somebody will feed them.
Yeah, hey man, like I said, God willing, someday that'll work out. And like I said, if we
Sure.
have a happy accident beforehand, before we're planning, whatever, life happens.
There you go.
So Trevor, another thing, just wanted to ask you about UFC Orlando's tonight. That goes down in like 20 minutes. I'm not even really going to ask you about that because by the time I post this, it will already be said and done. Maybe I'll just give you one opportunity, one mystical pick for tonight. Go.
I'm gonna give you Wonder Boy via a head kick that he goes over the shoulder with. He's going to hide it behind his hands. So he's going to throw out his hands and then he's going to come over. He did it in his UFC debut. I think he's going to do it again to Kevin Holland tonight. And I'm going to say he's going to do it in the second round.
If that comes true,
it'd be insane.
That'd be wild. Now is that a hiding with the hands like a Robert Whittaker 1-2 head kick? Or
yeah, kind of. Basically he throws it out there and then on the same side he throws that kick over the shoulder right behind the ear, just crumbles people.
If that happens
so
tonight,
cool.
Oh my God. I love
Anyway.
Wonder Boy. A great fight tonight. Wonder Boy and Kevin Holland. But anyways, next week UFC 282 goes down.
Oh man.
What are your thoughts on that card?
Oh God, I have so many thoughts. Give me a couple of names on that card. That's the one that changed.
Yeah,
right. It was supposed to be
got hurt his shoulder.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Yuri, huh?
So it's Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz now for main event, and then co-main events Paddy the Baddy, Jared Gordon.
Oh shit! I forgot that's happening.
Oh, Paddy the Baddy.
I think Paddy gets it done. I think he KOs him in the second round, let's say. And Jan, I wanted to give it to him, but when he fought Glover, it was so easy easy, quote unquote, for Glover to get him to the ground.
He gave up, it looked like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if someone was going on with him that night or not, but, Glover took him to the ground so easily that I'm worried that Ankalaev might do the same thing to him, because that dude's a motherfucker when he wrestles.
Yes.
Dude's a freak. But, Jan's a scary dude. Jan's a dude that I can never, count out of a fight. It doesn't matter. He can fight anyone, and I'd be like, but he always has a shot. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Jan. I like him. He's a legendary Polish power. I think he wins.
I like Ankalaev there, but I think Paddy the Baddy probably gets.
Yeah, I think Paddy the Baddy too. I think Paddy the Baddy doesn't face real opposition until he gets to top 8. Top 5. I don't know where Jared Gordon is ranked, but
I don't think he's ranked, but that's by design. UFC's obviously building the kid up. Well deserved too. He's a star.
Yeah, of course. You don't want another Sage Northcutt.
Oh no,
poor guy.
I was just thinking about him the other night, man. He still hasn't fought again.
I know. Poor kid. That dude was so promising.
Yeah, and then he has face literally broken in 3 spots, man.
Brutal sport. Brutal sport.
But great card next weekend. Can't wait.
Yeah, so excited.
And you're fighting on the same night, so can't wait for that too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
So I guess I'll ask you. I was gonna ask you. I'll ask you this right now. Where can we watch your fight? What time is your fight? I'll post your graphic and everything too. But tell people what's up.
So I'm gonna have. I'll go ahead and send you the pay-per-view link. I don't know where I'm on the card yet. Where I am on the card yet. But it'll be starting in the middle of the afternoon. Give or take 3-ish.
Cool.
It's regional MMA. We got to have some sway.
Sure.
The event center might be being used by a Pilates class beforehand or something. We gotta give them time. but no, man, it'll be good. I'll have a pay-per-view link posted soon. It should be coming out Monday. The pay-per-view link. And so I'll get that to you for sure. It'll be on my Twitter page too.
And I'll link your Twitter and stuff below. But yeah, everybody just stay tuned for that. We'll tell you how to watch Trevor's fight. Not going to want to miss that. But Trevor, before we get out of here, I just have one more thing for you, man. Obviously you have a bunch of supporters on Twitter that I know of. You have friends and family. You have fans. You have people from your gym. You have a whole network of people that support you. You probably have a whole network of people that hate you too, because that's just how life is. So let me just ask you, man, is there anything you'd like to say to everybody who's watching this interview? The mic is yours.
Man, I got to say that my the people that I interact with online and stuff like that, They are so much funnier than me, and it makes me sad sometimes because, man, I love some of y'all. Y'all are some funny fucking people on Twitter and stuff like that. But other than that, I just want to, I want to thank all the dudes from my camp. My coach Tyler, the owner of my gym, Coach Warren, both great guys. I want to thank my training partners, Cameron and Tyler for sure, and Justin, and all dudes that I trained with throughout this fight or throughout this camp, and just they've been a huge amount of help. They all bring different experiences and different ideas to the gym, and they've been helping turn me into just a monster that I'm ready to go be. Iron sharpens iron, and those dudes are definitely made out of iron. I'll tell you that. So yeah, just it's been great. It's been great. Everyone has been super supportive, and it's been an awesome experience that I am ready to get done with.
Yeah, a long time coming, to say the least.
Yeah.
But Trevor, again, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you coming on. And everybody who's watching, December 10th, AFL #1 goes down.
Sure.
Trevor Novello going to get that knockout W over the guy that we don't know his name.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, brother.
Again, I'll post all your stuff below. Everybody follow Trevor. And Trevor, thank you. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Kick ass, man. And yeah, just much love, brother.
Thanks, brother. You have a good one. Appreciate it.